You're not overwhelmed because life is too fast. You're overwhelmed because your mind has no center. Chaos doesn't come from having too much to do. It comes from moving without inner discipline. When direction disappears, even small waves feel like storms. You wake up already behind. Messages waiting, decisions piling up, thoughts colliding before your feet touch the floor. You move all day, yet nothing feels finished. Your attention fractures into a dozen directions, and by evening, exhaustion settles in without the relief of progress. You try to stay productive. You try to stay positive. You try to stay calm. But effort alone doesn't restore order. The world keeps pulling at you. Work demands urgency. Relationships demand emotional energy. Expectations demand performance. Even rest feels scheduled, monitored, optimized. And in the middle of all this movement, you slowly lose the sense of who is directing your life. Most people respond by adding more control, more planning, more stimulation, more motivation. But these solutions treat chaos as an external problem, something to manage or escape. The truth is quieter and more uncomfortable. Disorder persists because the mind itself is scattered. Action comes before clarity. Reaction replaces intention. Like a sword swung wildly, even strength becomes dangerous when it lacks direction. Many people, like a young retainer serving a feudal lord, live constantly alert, constantly reactive, never still enough to choose their own movement. They mistake speed for progress. They mistake effort for mastery. And that is why chaos never leaves. But centuries ago, a solitary swordsman discovered something different. Miyamoto Musashi lived during Japan's age of constant conflict, a world no less chaotic than today. He fought duels, survived wars, and lived without permanent shelter or allegiance. Yet his writings reveal a man untouched by inner disorder. His secret was not aggression, not dominance, not control over others. It was discipline of the self. Documented in the Book of Five Rings and historical accounts of his life, Musashi practiced a form of inner alignment where action followed clarity, not emotion. He moved only when necessary. He observed before engaging. His mind remained unentangled even in moments of danger. Musashi understood that chaos is not defeated by force. It dissolves when the inner axis is steady. This discipline was not rigid. It was fluid, calm within movement, stillness beneath action. And from this understanding emerged a way of living that turns disorder into direction. Chapter 1. The Still Point Within Motion. Mastery begins when movement stops being compulsive and becomes deliberate. Like a warrior waiting before a strike, true power gathers in stillness. This principle teaches that clarity precedes action. Most modern lives operate in reverse, acting first and thinking later. Musashi believed that movement without inner stillness creates wasted energy. Stillness is not passivity. It is readiness. Imagine a pond disturbed by constant wind. You cannot see the bottom. But when the surface calms, depth becomes visible. The mind works the same way. In practice, this means creating brief moments of mental pause before decisions. Not withdrawal, but centering. Before responding, breathe. Before committing, observe. But stillness alone is not enough. Musashi understood something deeper about direction. Chapter 2. One path. Not many chaos multiplies when attention splits. Musashi warned against walking multiple paths at once. This principle emphasizes singular direction, not obsession, but commitment. When energy is divided, progress dissolves. Modern life praises multitasking, yet ancient discipline saw it as fragmentation. Musashi lived with few possessions, few distractions, and few allegiances. His clarity came from knowing where his energy belonged. Think of an archer pulling a bowstring in 5 directions. Power disappears, but pull in one direction and the arrow flies true. Apply this by choosing one primary intention for each day. One focus, one direction. Let secondary concerns wait. Yet even focus fails without emotional control. And this is where discipline deepens. Chapter the 3rd. The calm that cannot be shaken. Emotional turbulence fuels chaos more than circumstance ever could. Musashi trained himself to remain internally unmoved, a state later described as fudoshin, the immovable mind, not numbness, stability. Most people are ruled by internal weather. Anxiety pushes, anger pulls, fear accelerates decisions. Discipline interrupts this cycle. Picture a mountain in a storm. Wind howls, rain lashes, the mountain remains. Cultivate this by observing emotions without obeying them. When frustration arises, acknowledge it. Do not act from it. Let it pass like weather across the mind. But emotional stability alone does not complete the system. There is one final element that transforms discipline into mastery. Chapter 4. Action without attachment. The final discipline is releasing fixation on outcomes. Musashi wrote that attachment clouds judgment. When victory, recognition, or validation become the goal, fear enters. Precision fades. This principle aligns with Mushin, the empty mind. Action flows without internal resistance, not careless, but unburdened. A sword fighter attached to winning hesitates. One attached only to correct action moves freely. In modern life, this means working without obsessing over results, speaking without rehearsing approval, choosing based on principle, not reward. Do the work fully. Release the outcome. When these disciplines combine, chaos no longer dictates movement. You do. When these principles align, something profound happens. Stillness centers the mind. Singular direction focuses energy. Emotional stability preserves clarity. Detachment frees action. Together, they form a system, not a technique, but a way of being. Life does not slow down. Responsibilities remain, challenges continue, but your experience of them changes. Decisions feel lighter, attention deepens, noise loses authority. You move through pressure without fragmentation. The sense of constant urgency dissolves, replaced by deliberate motion. The young retainer we imagined earlier learns to stand without flinching. Tasks no longer pile into chaos. Each action emerges from intention, not reaction. This is not self-improvement as performance. It is self-mastery as alignment. You become the person who moves through disorder without absorbing it, who acts decisively without rushing, who remains calm without withdrawing. Chaos still exists. It simply no longer owns you. You're not losing control because life is demanding more. You're losing control because discipline has been mistaken for effort instead of alignment. If chaos feels constant, this is your reminder. You don't need more motivation, no more stimulation, no more urgency. You need a center. Begin by pausing before your next reaction. Choose one direction today. Observe emotion without obeying it. Act without clinging to outcomes. This is how mastery begins. If this resonates, carry it with you and let the mind return to stillness. If you're drawn to stoic stories, ancient discipline, and teachings that sharpen the mind rather than distract it, this space was made for you. This channel exists for those who seek clarity in a noisy world, for those who understand that strength is built in silence and mastery begins within. If that path resonates with you, subscribe and turn on notifications. Not for constant reminders, but so these lessons return when you need them most. The way is quiet, but it is always open.